sums up my feelings exactly. What's up, everybody, and welcome to... God, I can't even believe I get to say this. Let's play Klonoa 2, Lunatia's Veil. Oh, God, man, where do I even begin? Okay, Klonoa 2 is a 2.5D platformer available on the PlayStation 2. And it is, in my opinion, the best 2.5D platformer ever made. Like, hands down, this is one of my favorite games of all time. Top 10 easy. In fact, I know this because I've actually created not a top 10, not a top 30, but a top 50 of my favorite games of all time. Let's make sure the screen's lined up properly here. Just make sure nothing's completely out of place. Usually my capture card screws up and gives me some dark space at the top, so why don't we just leave it right there? But anyways, yeah, I haven't played this game in a long time, and not for the fact that I don't like it, it's the fact that I was hiding out at a friend's house. I apparently lent it to her. I finally got it back after all these years, and now I'm playing it again for the first time in a long time, and I got to share it with all of you! I am so happy right now! And I promise not to be a bleeding, gushing fanboy about the game this whole entire time. I promise not to go chug a Conroy on this, or maybe I should, considering how many fans he has, but enough of that, we actually have a cutscene to deal with. Ah, there's a forgotten dream. Scattered dream that's like a far-off memory. A far-off memory that's like a scattered dream. I want to line the pieces up. Yours and mine. Whoa, 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 you're gonna hit it! Damn it. Damn it, cameraman. I told you were gonna collide with that thing, but did you listen to me? No. And now we're falling into utter blackness. We hit our head on the ring. You gotta watch where you're going next time, man. With what? Help you with what? You need to finish your sentence, man, otherwise I can't do anything. In fact, you also need to come into focus a little bit. I can't quite make out who you are. Communication is important. I always tell people this. By the way, nice little touch on our friend's hat here, in case you didn't notice what that's from. Of course, I shouldn't have to explain what that... Whoa! That came out of nowhere. God, that thing spit him back up like a... We bounced off of that water like it was a pile of friggin' jello. Although, considering the graphics back then, it probably is akin to something like that structurally. Let's not get into technical talk right now, though. It's all coming back. I remember every single one of these scenes. I remember every single part of this. Oh, hey, the rescue party? Well, come on then. Come on down and pick me up. I'm just kind of drowning down here, don't mind me. What happened there? What knocked them off course exactly? Was it the polygons burying my character below the threshold? What exactly happened? How are they in the way? They're all the way over there on land. You are here in the sky. You have a clear reach to pick me up, or okay, you can just fly off. Don't mind me then, I'll just sit here and look at one of the cutest characters in all of gaming! Okay, I promised I wouldn't be a bleeding, gushing fanboy. Stop that. Just stop. Oh, I love this character, though. I absolutely love every single thing about her. This is Lolo. And, like I've already said, she is frigging adorable. Which makes me kind of sad in hindsight, because there's not a whole lot to this character. Well, a priestess in training, at least. And this is Popka. Ow! I forgot about that. I love the dialogue in this game, both spoken and written. Next time, I swear to God, next time I see a friend that I haven't seen in years, they're gonna be like, hey, Sean, I haven't seen you in so long. Like, what have you been doing since you left college? And I'll be like, ow! Just to see how they react. Oh, boy. Well. Oh, geez, man, that's not gonna get you anything. You're a fish. What business do you think you have on land? You can't just go out of your territory like that. That's just improper practice. Even sharks wait till beachgoers are in the water. No. Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't understand what's about to happen here, for those of you who don't know the first thing about Klonoa or who he is or what his ring is supposed to be for, just don't worry about it. Smile and nod. In fact, you're pretty much in the same position I was when I first played this game as a kid. I didn't have the original Klonoa. In fact, I didn't have a Dreamcast for that matter. Didn't own a single Sega console growing up, and I kind of regret that now because there were a bunch of great games for it. But nevertheless, or was the original Klonoa on PlayStation 1? I did grow up with one of those. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get to is... Excuse me, I can't... Oh, I gotta turn on the analog controls. It's one of those games. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't grow up... Well, before I get into history, let's talk about this game right here. Klonoa is defined by two abilities that he has. He can grab enemies, is the first one, and he can do two things with them. He can double jump off of them in the air, and he can also use them as ammo to throw at things. And these two main mechanics are all you need in this entire game. This is how you fight, this is how you interact with the environment, and this is how you travel. Klonoa's entire shtick is based around this simple mechanic of picking up enemies and using them for different things. And they expand on it in a billion different ways, as Popka is going to teach us right here. But that'll at least give me time to finish the story I was talking about earlier. Yes, I did not grow up with the original Klonoa. And even when I went back to play it, like the remake they made for the Wii, yeah, I think it was the Wii, Klonoa, Door to Phantomile, I believe it was called, it felt like a step back to me. Like, I started on this game, and even though the graphics looked a little primitive on this compared to the Wii remake, I still prefer this game better. The world is better, the characters are better. Well, save for Klonoa, he's consistent. And yeah, in fact, Klonoa is even better in this game. He's a lot more charming. He's a lot more bright-eyed and wistful. I love everything about this game, if I haven't made that blatantly obvious already. One other thing you should be paying attention to in this game is these gems we're picking up. And I'm telling you right now, you want every single gem. If you see one, you go pick it up. And once again, this is something I tend to do this in my projects lately. This is something I'm going to have to explain later that will come into handy. But don't worry, it's not post-game stuff like Parasite Eve, and I won't be talking about it the whole project. I will, in fact, get to this very soon. In fact, it should only take us like, maybe 4 or 5 episodes at most. So, yeah, you'll see what that's about. They're not just the coins in this game that give you 1-ups. Let's just leave it at that. There are other things associated with these, other little collectibles. For now, just bear in mind that you want to collect as many as you can. In fact, in some stages, you want to collect every single one. It's the only way you'll reach what I'm talking about, or hinting at. I'm not talking about anything. I'm talking about nonsense. I'm trying to be subtle here, but, oh, took some damage there. Well, that at least gives me an explanation to talk about this. These are hearts. Obviously, hearts will restore the hearts you have in the top left corner, which is your health. Klonoa can only take up to 3 hits. Well, he can take up to 2. He takes a third one, he dies if you don't pick up any health in between. So you gotta be careful about that. One of those small little pink hearts will restore 1 heart, but if you're missing 2 points of damage, there are bigger hearts that have like a yellow background, or not background, outline. That's the word I'm looking for. English is hard, as I'm sure many other Let's Players will attest to. But yes, those will keep you from dying, basically, as any good health pickup will. Another one right there, just in case you need it. This is pretty much a tutorial stage right here, without really being a tutorial. The only tutorial part is Popka explaining how the 2 main mechanics work. And that's the brilliance of Klonoa right here. I think that's one of the reasons I loved this game so much as a kid, is because it was so easy to pick up. It was so easy to understand everything right off the bat, even though I had no idea who Klonoa was. Oh, let's see if I can... Oh, there's a glitch right there with his character movement. If you position him just right, when you go to fire the ring and you keep mashing the button, he'll keep moving the ring even though there's nothing coming out of it. By the way... Oh, there's one of the big hearts, by the way. just to clarify what those actually look like. Anyways, this is another item right here. I won't be spending the whole game talking about this, about what all of the items do and what their powers are. It's just something I'm going to take care of in the first stage, and then we'll move on to other things later on. Now, that fairy I just picked up, when you pick that thing up, it will actually double the value of any gems you pick up as long as it's in effect. And once again, you're going to want to take advantage of that as best as you can. Like I said before, though, this is something we'll talk about why in just a little bit. For now, let's hop on up here, hit this egg, and crack open the last piece of that picture puzzle we were putting together. Huh, I wonder what that's for. Well, that's a very good question. One that I'm not going to answer right now, either. In due time, folks, in due time. All of these visuals, it's all just coming flooding back to me. It's such a good feeling to see this game again. Oh, what a trip we've gone through, haven't we? This whole stage, jumping over sharks, avoiding attacks, flying over torrential waters that almost drowned us before, and it's all led us to this point, this bell on the island. What is this thing for? What is its purpose? Why did we have to go through all of these dangers to get to this point? Wait a minute. I just realized. Monsters have been coming about this place, and from what we can gather, they're a foreign element to this world. Maybe ringing this bell will actually get rid of them. Maybe it does something special. It'll give us the power to get rid of them. Our adventure starts here, ladies and gentlemen. All we have to do is take the first step. Waya! Another great exclamation in this game. Yeah, so what is with the bell? You risked my life. You made me jump over flying sharks and harrowing dangers just so Lolo could go through her pilgrimage? Oh, how can I be mad at that face? Okay, I forgive you. Just this once, though. Don't go pulling my leg again. We won't get fooled again. And now we have the name of our world, Lunatia. If you couldn't tell from the title of the game already. Vision clear. Oh, stage clear. Yes, I would like to save, even though it's kind of bad. It's kind of poor form to actually save on camera. I don't care. I just want to get it out of the way. I just want to go through. I just want to keep playing, man. I love this game. It can't be said enough. I love every single thing about it. Let's go visit Baguji, because I love him too. He's awesome. He's got a hat I would die to bring to a convention someday. No, seriously, check this fool out. He looks awesome. Master Baguji. He's a master even, at least in the eyes of an apprentice priestess. Look at this dude. Gee, that's what the Black Mage did after Final Fantasy. Okay, check this out. Baguji's the one who said we'd appear in that ocean out there. He's a prophet of some kind, but that's the thing. Baguji is this grand spiritual being who lives in the center of the freaking planet. He's allowed to have these kinds of powers, but that character flying the plane, what was her deal? How did she know we were out there? I mean, she seemed to show up before Lolo or Popka even did. So what happened exactly? How did she know? Is she a spy? Is she watching all over the place? Is this like in the 007 movie? Well, the first thing you need to know is that we have people everywhere. Is this like a Pigma situation where Popka's actually a traitor? No, forget it. We'll think about this later. Right now, we need to talk about the Harmony Bells. Yes, this is our mission in the game. There are 4 bells that are scattered throughout the kingdoms and apparently protect the world. But, however, there seems to be a catch to their existence. There seems to be a 5th bell, a bell of darkness that belongs to none of the kingdoms. And it seems to be the cause of the chaos. All of the monsters, the fact that everything is going to shit. This is all brought about by this particular thing. And here's the other thing it does. You know how this bell is evil? It makes priestesses fall ill. But wait a minute. If it affects priestesses, what's the problem with Lolo? Well, she's only an apprentice. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense either. So, wait a minute. The spirit bell we just rang is to signify that you have enough spiritual power to become a priestess. So she has enough power to get the position, but not to fall ill when tainted by evil? Oh, so many things don't add up, don't make sense. Was this developer oversight or intention? I guess you guys will just have to find out as we go along. For now, we gotta go see the High Priestess, because we have to go through one more little step on her pilgrimage. At least it's on the way to the first place we have to go, right? I'll let this... Yep. I guess even ouch is universal. I love Lolo. Oh, Lolo. One of these days you'll stop being clumsy. Oh. Man, I hate to call it quits already, but we're out of time. I wish we could stay around a little more, but that's it for this episode, everybody. Next time on Let's Play Klonoa 2, Lunatia's Veil. God, I am smiling ear to ear just saying that. We will hop into the next level, the hilariously named Lalakusha. See you next time, everybody. Later.